everybody, back here again. It's our vlog a day, and today is Monday the 19th, and today was a beautiful day to be alive. So, got this morning ridiculously early here in the process. Had to get up so I could let the puppy in, kind of thing, so I had to deal with them, which was doing the best I could to try and keep them quiet. So everything seemed all right there for the most part, but it is what it is. Let the dogs out before the puppy got here, headed back in, got the puppy, and then basically brought him outside so they wouldn't by himself let the rest of the dogs in the house, and we were going to chill out outside here and kind of let him stay calm and let him be, less of a pain that took us or what it is. So hopped in the hot tub and realized the hot tub wasn't running. I'm like, well, that's not cool. So I thought, well, it happens off and on. It was still warm, but it was not hot by any means. It's warmer you'd want to swim in, but not as hot as you'd go in your hot tub. So I started looking around. I was like, okay, that doesn't make any sense at all. We're back and forth. And when we had a little tiny power bump, it shuts off, a little trips the thing, and you have to push the test button. Push the test button, nothing's happened. Push the reset button, nothing's happened. And I'm back and forth. I'm like, son of a... So I thought, well, I'll unplug it and see if the cord's whatever, this and that stuff. Nope. For whatever reason, the cord has now corroded inside. The plug is now corroded inside the cord. Like, I can't get it out. So I just set in the lukewarm water, basically as if it was a hot tub. So it was like a warm tub at best. It was not great. But at this point, I plan on being out there until my wife got up. So now I'm like, if I get out, I'm soaking wet. I don't have any towels or nothing out here. So I got to go back in. The dogs are going to be wrestling and making noise and barking at each other. And then I have to go into the room or to the master and to get another towel to basically, get dried off and get dressed. I'm like, I'll just sit here in this, like, very non-pleasant water, to be honest with you. So sat out there, checked some things on my phone, and just hung out there listening to a podcast until she finally got up. And luckily this time, which I'm really glad she did, which I think might be the first time she's done it, I was really surprised. I've asked her to do it in the past multiple times, but when she said she was up, she texted me and set them up. Normally she'll wait till she's up and done and almost ready to leave to work, and then she pops her head out the door. I was like, hey, I'm taking off. And I'm like, shit, I've been out here for 45 minutes. I need to go in so I can, do my day. But today she texted me and said she was up. So I was like, yay. So I jumped out of that tub quick as shit. Headed inside, got myself dried off, myself dressed. Got the dogs all outside the point. I don't care if they make noise and stuff so much. They're not out there just barking their head off. They're not, they literally chase each other around to the fact that they slam into the side of my house. They literally can't make the corner and slam into the side of my house. And that's not cool if she's trying to get the rest of her sleep. So they're out there playing. She got off to work, and then I sit in to try and figure out what's up in my hot tub. Tried to pull the plug apart again, couldn't. Went and got some spray lubricant, whatever, spray there, let it soak in a little bit. Wasn't working, so I went and got I got a massive screwdriver. I assume I found somewhere because it's not a brand or anything I would have ever bought. And it's this massive red black handled, giant flat, almost a pry bar screwdriver. So I was able to get the thing there and stuff and start twisting back and forth, and finally broke the corrosion loose and got it out. And the plug looks stunning. And I thought, well, it's probably just it's corroded. Those GFCI, trip breakers and stuff can get corroded and stuff also, and it's outside. There's all kinds of things that can be causing this. So I tore it all apart eventually. I had special screws and stuff. Went and checked. Nope, screws look fine. There's not an ounce of corrosion on the thing. Looks like it'd been in my living room its whole life. It looks brand new as all get out. But I opened it up and I could smell it had a burnt smell, like something the circuit board burnt, which very easily could have been something as simple as the fact the cord and the plug-in got a little bit of moisture between the two, whatever, and it created an arc, which then burned up the board, not just tripped the breaker. So did a little research, posted on Facebook. I'm like, hey, anybody know I can find one of these? And I meant more locally. I didn't say that. And somebody sent me a link on Amazon and stuff and different places and whatnot. And I'm like, well, I was hoping to go get it today and basically get it wired back in before my water got cold, so it wouldn't take as long to heat back up and whatever and whatnot. So I might use this as an example as a good time to just drain the tub and start over, but it hasn't been that long. That's the part that sucks. Just my hot water heater, I can literally fill it with hot water and it's good to go. Where this thing's going to take 2 days, maybe 3 days to warm it. Well, I guess it's summertime, so it takes as much. In the winter it takes longer. It should take, I don't know, we'll see. Depends on how cold it gets down to. So, yeah, I still have a filter running, so I have an accessory filter on there, which is actually just like a lawn pond pump that pumps up in through a filter sock you use for your high-end fish aquariums, like your reef tanks and stuff. And it's super fine. It's down to 100 microns or something, what it filters down to. So it's definitely super small stuff. Keeps my water crystal clear. The only thing I do have is I get some like leaves and sand and stuff that ends up at the bottom. That's just, they're too big to go through the pump and whatnot, so I can't. But it polishes the water in my filter. So I still, even though I have no power going to my hot tub, I still actually have a polishing filter running in there, so it should be fine there. Went ahead, got that figured out, got it ordered. Just said, hey, nobody else, it seemed like I couldn't find it around town, so gave up, ordered it. Also had a couple of little things here and there, got done. Decided to go up and I'd take a bunch of pills and stuff to my father-in-law, who we have restricted his access to his medication. So I ran them up there, and then basically we have I have a safe in the house with morphine in it that we have to basically give out because of the fact that we got to regulate it out according to the pain management doctor and whatnot. So I went there and filled it up, whatever, got that moved over, and then from there I took the pill bottle, the pill weekly dispenser that wasn't quite empty yet, and basically brought it back home, so it's all good to go. Got back, on the way back I stopped by Port Orange and picked up Karen's son. He had a doctor's appointment in not sure it's Edgewater or New Smyrna, but right here in town with us, and he still doesn't have a driver's license, doesn't have a permit, doesn't drive at all. So somebody had to go get him. So my original plan was this morning I had to take Richard, the father-in-law, to the doctor at like 9:30 and 11:30. Well, that put me too late to be able to bring her son back for his appointment. So I said, hey, is there any chance your brother could basically pick you up after your 11:30 appointment? I could drop you off at it. Give me time to get home, grab her son, and then all you gotta do is pick you up when that appointment's over. They decided that the brother was going to take him to both appointments and the whole thing, so made my life easier. But it kind of sucked because had I known that beforehand, I would have taken these pills up and swapped it out when I was up there last time we were up there. But oh well, it is what it is. So I drove all the way up there, dropped his pills off and that, headed back, grabbed her son. We headed back down. We were talking and just kind of having similar small talk stuff. It is what it is. I don't think he really, I don't think he gets my sense of humor in any way, shape, or form. And two, he still has a little bit of that resentment towards me because of his parents split up. I'm the one his mom ended up with, kind of thing. So a little bit of that little bit of loyalty to my dad because you basically started dating his ex-wife, kind of thing. So it is what it is. But we built through it. We kind of just worked our way through it just fine, no big deal, whatever, and got that all figured out. So we went down, dropped him off at Karen's work. Then I got him there early, so I hate being late for anything. So I got in there early. We hung out, we chatted a little bit. On the way out, I ended up talking to her boss, and she has an old Jeep, and I'm trying to buy an old Jeep. So asked her some questions, what'd she think about it, how'd she like it, so on and so forth. And we kind of chatted about a lot of its downfalls, a lot of its shortcomings, and a lot of its positive things too. So they're both, we got some feedback on both of those departments. So I was able to get that done. From there, headed back home, played the dogs for a little while and stuff because I was gone. Actually, I took one of the dogs with me on the trip, but I had Bruce and stuff didn't go with me. So got them outside, played around the yard a little bit, kind of had a good time, just chilled out there. Ended up getting my run in, had a meet and greet I had to go do that was weird. They sent me their address, but their house, I don't know if they're repainting it or restucking it or something. There's not a number anywhere on the house at all anywhere. And there's not a nail box anywhere in the neighborhood that has their number on it. So I had to just, I found, if I'm looking for house number 9, I found house number 6, and I found house number, 14, or 13 or all that stuff. And I can try, and it must be this house between, because it's the only house left between those two. So, but why not just say, hey, it's a truck with the such and such van out front, or it's the house with the whatever, it's the house that looks like it's under construction, why, just, it makes sense. So I got the whole thing there, did the meet and greet of the dogs. These dogs I'm going to basically be going over and letting out in the middle of the day twice a week to allow them to, basically have a bathroom break is all it is. So went ahead. From there was, got done with that, got back to the house. It was trying to rain when I went. It was funny. So I jumped on the motorcycle because I've been smoking cigars in my truck, which I do randomly here and there. But I've noticed the truck's starting to smell a little bit. And tomorrow, I'm planning on having this car, and Karen's going to be driving the truck. So I thought, well, I better help knock down that smell of the cigars in the truck. So I closed it all up, and I stuck in my my air purifier, my ozone producing basically it's a badass air filter. It knocks out all kinds of smells and stuff. It's pretty sweet. So I went ahead and stuck that thing in there. Well, then it hadn't been there. I like to run it for 12 hours at a time, usually when it's in the truck. And it was not 12 hours, and it's time to go do the meet and greet with these people. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just go do it. So I'm like, it's going to rain. Like, the rain is right on the edges. I'm like, if I can just get to their place before it rains, I don't care if I get rained on coming home. I just don't want to walk into their house soaking wet, pouring water out my shoes and stuff. And luckily I got there, and it had, I had 2 drops that hit my windshield, which wasn't a big deal. Got in, talked to them, whatever. Basically got it all figured out, met the dogs, got the whole thing. Went ahead and booked it on my end and stuff, so hopefully I can get those dogs, going, which would be great. From there, ended up basically outside and stuff, and it starts raining for other talking and stuff. And I'd even mentioned the fact that how I was, lucky I got there before the rain came. So we're out there chatting, and now it's raining pretty good. So I drove home on the rain, not a big deal at all. I'd already, it's all good. So I'd already had my run, I'd had my shower, which that's the only part that really kind of sucked, I had to, figure out I was going to, get dried off and change clothes if I need to and all that kind of stuff and whatnot. So that kind of comes back down to it. So, but I went ahead, decided to have some dinner. So I ended up having, I wasn't sure I wanted, because Karen ended up taking her son back home up to his place, and his stepmother he lives with had offered to basically let her stay for dinner and stuff. So she went up there after work. She took him up there, so she's gonna have dinner with them. So I'm on my own, which part was like, God, I wish I would have known that earlier, because maybe, who knows, she might have just found it out herself. But when I send you a text to ask, hey, what are we doing for this, and you come back seconds later with an answer, that usually means you had the answer prior to me asking. You just didn't tell it to me until I asked, which always gives me a little bit of annoyance. Like, I would have probably, when I was out the last time, I would have went, but it don't matter. So, but it is what it is. I went ahead and had some shrimp I thought I was planning on doing some, cooking with, and ended up just grabbing some cocktail sauce and said to hell with it, and ate myself some shrimp cocktail for dinner. I had a few other little things here and there, but nothing real major. So chilled out there a little bit, ended up outside in the patio, had myself a nice little cigar, and as I was about mid-cigar, she came home. She got back from dropping her son off and having dinner up there, and we started talking and stuff, and it just started pouring down rain. Like, it was raining hard. I had to pull the side curtains on my pergola, and it was still just that weird. We kind of got a little bit of overspray at the wind and stuff, and it was raining like it was just crazy rain. So went ahead, we got finished chatting up there, though. We had a good time. Everything was going well. Just talking about the stress of everything she's got going through and stuff, and the whole fun with all that, and just everything. It's a lot. It is just an absolute lot, to deal with. And then what about this, and what about that, and what do we do with this, or what do we do with that? And it's just that right now things are so good in our life, and there's so many things that we could screw that up pretty easily with, if we're not careful, and part of the thing is, do we not screw that up because do we not help take care of others because we're trying not to screw up our life that we're having right now? But part of it comes in also that fact of some people don't want to take care of themselves, and at that point, I'm not willing to sabotage my own comfortable life when you're unwilling to even put in the work for yourself. Like, I'm all willing to help somebody up until the point that I'm working harder than you are. So if I'm working harder than you are to make you better and make you healthier, make you, whatever it is, whatever I'm working on, I'm giving you coaching on, whether it be business, finance, diet, running, whatever the hell it is and stuff. If I'm putting in more effort than you are, I'm out. Like, I got my own life to live. I'm not going to put in this. I'll put in damn near as much effort as you do for you. I still got the rest of my life to take care of, but whatever you put in, I'm willing to put in also, but I can't work harder at shit than you are, and you're sabotaging stuff. So, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, that basically was all fine there. She finally headed in, get herself a shower. I got done with my cigar, headed in. The rain kind of cut back some mostly, and got in there, and then basically watched a little bit of TV on the iPad there, in bed, and laid down, and I started feeling like bubbly guts, and I was like, God damn it, what the hell? So I ended up, and then I was up and down 7 times, I think. I was up and down like 3 times before she even fell asleep. Like, it was just ridiculous kind of thing. I'd feel fine standing up. I mean, I didn't feel fine. I'd feel all right. And then I'd lay down, and I thought I was going to die. And I was like, jump back up, and you're back and forth, and it's just, it's miserable. Absolutely pure misery. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.